We are going to use the See, Think, Wonder scaffold in order to start on a journey of design thinking. Our learning intentions are to start engaging in design thinking, and our success criteria is to understand key questions around windows as a way of using the design thinking scaffold. The first thing we have to go through in the See, Think, Wonder is the See section. What do we see? Here specifically we can see a number of things in the house design, but basically we're going to look at the idea of windows as a starting point. What are windows and what can we see about them? We can see that we have a number of windows on this house. We have big ones and we have small ones. What does that mean? Now we can start thinking now that we have that question. And I'm not going to tell you all the questions, but a good starting point is, what is the thing I'm looking at for? So we can understand how that impacts our design thinking. So our key question for today is, what are windows for? There are other questions that then flow on from that, and I will give you samples towards the end, but basically we need to start with that what is it for question. We finally go on to the wondering section of the scaffold. What can we do? What can we do about this? What is the point? What are we looking at this for? Why did we ask all those questions? And what can we gain from asking all those questions? You'll actually have a look at what I've actually done to achieve this. My sample answer after I went through this whole process was to come up with this particular example here. And you can see that there is a significant change on at least one window. Maybe you can now go back and look at why or how I've answered those questions. If you look further at different angles of the same house, you'll see that my thinking revolves around certain concepts around the idea of windows. I'm trying to solve a certain problem, and maybe you can guess what it is. I can't tell you all of the possible questions that you can ask yourself during the See, Think, Wonder scaffold, but here are some basic ones that apply very much to a visual design thinking, where you get a visual stimulus, a picture from the internet or from a magazine. You start going through, what am I looking at? What is it for? What are the pros and cons? What problems does this solve or create? And then you wonder, how can I use this? Should I even use this? Can I use this? And that process should lead you to start solving problems in a creative way.